I guess one message that I just really want to relay, that I want to communicate through this video, is that sometimes life is just really fucking hard. And it's okay to feel it. I think we live in a society where, you know, people just post their highlight reel on social media, and it's so easy to compare ourselves to others and compare where someone's at versus where we're at, and we feel unaccomplished and like failures. And I just want you to know that it's okay to feel like that, but also to remind yourself that what you see on social media isn't always the entire story. In fact, it's never the entire story. I'm not saying that the people you see on social media that seem happy aren't happy. I'm just saying that everybody has problems. Everybody has things that they wanted to accomplish by a certain point in their life that they didn't. And everybody has a point in their life where they feel like a failure, or feel like they could have done better, or just feel really depressed, or like they're in a rut and they just really don't know why. But I also think we live in a society where it's kind of like taboo to talk about it, because depression and anxiety are like bad, and like therapy is only for crazy people or something along those lines. And I know we've come a long way, but we haven't come far enough. I had to post this video because I don't want my channel to be fake in any way. I don't want to post stuff unless it feels honest and real. And the hair video that I was going to post today, I love makeup and beauty. But right now, in this point in my life, the way I've been feeling depressed, and I just don't feel happy right now. And posting that just didn't feel authentic to me today. So if you were expecting a beauty video today, I'm sorry. Today you are getting a vulnerable, heartfelt video, rant, whatever you want to call it. I've kind of fallen into a little bit of a depression these past couple of weeks. You know, usually I'm really good about filming. I usually use Wednesdays and Thursdays as filming days, and I'll usually get like 5 videos filmed in a week, or sometimes even 3 or 4 in one day. And it's really great because then I'm ahead of the game. I have lots of videos to post, and then it makes it to where I can just maybe film 1 video a week because I have so many that I've filmed prior. But it's gotten to the point where I have run out of videos. What I'm trying to say is, it's been very hard for me to come on camera and act really bubbly and positive and be really happy, even though those past videos, that is who I am as a person, that is my personality. But lately, because of the depression that I've been struggling with, it's been hard for me to come on here and be that person. It almost feels fake right now, because that's not how I'm feeling right now. And so I had to ask myself, you know, what happens when stuff like this happens? How do I keep my channel going and still stay true to myself? I don't want this to end up being some type of thing where it feels forced and I'm just putting content out there just to put content out. So I decided that it was time for me to sit down and film a real raw video with what's been going on in my life and how I've been feeling, because I don't want this to be something, like I said, where it ends up being like feeling pressured that I have to post a makeup video every Thursday. I created this channel because, yes, I love beauty and I love hair and makeup and all that stuff, but I also want to make a difference in the world somehow. I don't know what my purpose is, and I know this video is probably going to turn into a rant, but I want everything that I post to be sincere and honest. And right now, at least this week, filming a makeup video doesn't feel that way. So here I am in my glasses with no makeup, haven't washed my hair in a couple of days. This is just real life right now. Usually by this point on Thursdays, I have my house is cleaned, my laundry's done, I'm all ready for the work week for tomorrow, and that's just not the case. I haven't even posted today's video. Today is Thursday. I haven't even posted my Thursday video, and I don't know if I'm going to. It's edited, but I can't explain. Today was one of those days where it was just really hard to even get myself to get out of bed and take a shower and brush my teeth, let alone come sit at my desk and film this video. So if I didn't post last Thursday, I'm really, really sorry. I just was in such a low mental state that I just physically and mentally couldn't make myself get up and do it. I promise this video we'll end on a positive note, but I have to talk about what I've been going through first, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm going through a quarter life crisis or what, but this past month has been really, really hard. I'm sure it's a combination of a lot of things. A lot of you know that I'm struggling with a digestive issue called SIBO. If you don't know what it is, it stands for small intestinal bacteria overgrowth. And basically I can't eat anything. For the past almost 40 days, I have been journaling and documenting everything that I eat, every single piece of food that I put into my body and how it makes me feel. And basically, if you don't know what SIBO is, which most people don't, basically there's an overgrowth of bacteria in my gut, in my small intestine, I believe. And my body just does not know how to digest food properly. So it's creating all these issues within my body when I eat specific types of foods. And when I say specific types of foods, it's a wide variety of foods. I can't eat, cheeses or grains, rice. I can't eat, like white potatoes. I can't have soy. I can't have anything with gluten. I can't have anything with onions or garlic or... For the past 40 days, I've pretty much eaten the same thing every single day. And I feel like I'm starving. This may seem silly or overdramatic, but this is just how I'm feeling right now, and I'm sure this is contributing a lot to my depression. Because I just don't feel good. I didn't think this would be where I'd be at in my life. I guess at the age that I'm at now. Pretty much experiencing like a expectation hangover. If you don't know what that is, it's a saying from a podcast that I listen to. Expecting things to be a certain way by a certain time in your life, and it's not realistic, and I know that, but I don't know what it is about this year, about me being 27. I'm going to be 28 in July, and I don't know, I've just been thinking a lot about my life and where I wanted my life to be at this point, 5 years ago, and it's not there. And I've been comparing myself to a lot of people my age who seem to have their lives, completely together, financially, and they're married, and they seem to have it all and be really happy. And I know that that's not necessarily true, because what we put out on social media, most of the time is a highlight reel of all the good parts. And that's kind of why I'm putting this video out there, because I do have a lot of people reaching out to me telling me that I motivate them and I inspire them to follow their dreams, and that, it inspires them so much that I have gone against the norm and I don't work a normal corporate job, that I'm willing to be uncomfortable and go through those, these scary stages to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. And that helps so much, and I appreciate it so much. But I still have my days. And I'm kind of just going through a thing right now where I feel really lost. These past couple months specifically, but I think it's kind of been a long time coming. I moved here to Arizona with Gustavo 2 years ago, and I have I have some friends here, but all my best friends and my close family are back home in California. And when I'm in a state like this where I feel really depressed and lost, it's really hard to bring myself out of it because I don't have anybody here except for Gustavo. And of course, I love him with all my heart. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I love him. I want to be here with him. But these past 2 years have been challenging. And then just with my SIBO, I kind of have just, you know, my initial video where I posted about my SIBO and me crying in my car and being really devastated, I'm still devastated, but I feel like I've kind of surpassed the sad part, and I'm angry because I don't understand why this is happening. You know, when you just think about life and all the things that you wish you could change. I think I feel so angry because if some of you don't know, some of you might. I know that some of you have followed me on multiple social media platforms for a couple of years because I've been very present on social media for almost 3 years now. I used to be 220 pounds. I have lost 70 pounds on my health journey, and it's almost like I know it's not true, but I feel like almost like what was the point? I did all this work to turn my health around, and I'm still miserable. And God, I know this video doesn't make sense. I know I've jumped around so many different topics already, and I'm sorry, but I had to post something that was real and what I'm legitimately honestly feeling right now. And this is my life right now. This is what I'm going through, and my glasses are fogging up. And I don't post this to be, I'm not trying to be negative. I don't want to be negative. That's not what I want to spread on my channel or to any of you who follow me and look up to me for inspiration or whatever. I post this stuff because I want people to know that you're not alone. Sometimes it's so easy to go on social media and see all, you know, these picture perfect lives, you know, wishing that you had accomplished, you know, X, Y, and Z by a specific age or whatever. But I guarantee you I'm pretty positive that if I'm feeling it, you probably feel the same way. Most people probably feel the same way, and that's okay. And I'm not saying that I'm not proud of my accomplishments. I am. I'm very proud of myself for going against the norm and following my dreams and starting this channel up again because it's something I've wanted to do for so long. But there is that fear in me. I'm just scared. I'm scared for my health. I know I'll be okay, but I'm scared for my health. I'm sick of being uncomfortable in my own body. I'm sick of being in chronic pain. I'm sick of not knowing, truly knowing what I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, I do know. I've always felt that I was meant to make a difference, to have a voice somehow. And I'm so grateful for this outlet. I don't really know what to say at this point. I just feel like everything just came crashing down at once. It's kind of been a long time coming. I don't have my family or friends here. I went through a very big career change in the past 6 months. For a lot of you who don't know, I used to be a health and fitness coach for an MLM company. I quit my corporate job to do that full time, and it was nothing specific against the company. I loved it so much. I still love and truly respect the company 100%. It just personally wasn't working for me anymore. And so after 2 years of working from home for myself, I had to go out and find a part-time job so that I could support myself. And And now I'm doing YouTube and I'm trying to get into other things. And I know I'm on the right path. I'm just scared and I feel a little lost. And then finding out that I have SIBO was extremely devastating, and it's just adding to all this stress and this fear. On that note, I need to turn this video around. We've got to talk a little bit more positively, but I just wanted you guys to know kind of what I've been going through, and that I'm so sorry if I haven't been posting as consistently or commenting back as consistently as I used to. It's just, emotionally, it's been so hard for me. I didn't make this video because I just wanted to sit here and cry and complain about my life. Well, not just, that's not why I made it at all. I just, like I said, wanted you guys to know where I'm coming from, and I wanted you to know that if you're going through something like this, that you're not alone, and that it's normal to go through funks in life, and to remember that things won't stay shitty forever. They have to get better. In fact, when I think about it, every single time that my life has drastically changed for the better was usually because it was really shitty at first, if that makes sense, because it was usually that hardship or whatever I was going through that forced me to take action and do something. Not that I'm not doing something, but it just forced me to really open my eyes and take action. When I was younger, like I told you guys, I used to be 220 pounds, and I really didn't take my weight seriously until I went to the doctor and they told me that I had high blood pressure, and I had to go on high blood pressure medication when I was 18 years old. That scared the crap out of me, like legitimately scared me so much. I was like, I just couldn't imagine. I couldn't believe I had let myself get to the point where I had to be on blood pressure medication at the age of 18. And within that 6 month period, I lost 40 pounds, and I haven't been on blood pressure medication since. So I've been off blood pressure medication for almost 10 years now, and I was only on it for about 6 months because finding out that there was, that I had, such an extreme health issue at such a young age was enough to scare me and make me realize that I needed to make changes. So there's that. And, when I went to intern at Disney World in Florida, I remember calling my mom crying a couple weeks in because I was so homesick and I wanted to go home. And she said, no, you're not coming home. Not because she didn't love me or want me back home, but because she knew it was a learning experience. I had to go through it, and it was a growing experience. I came back so much more mature and independent, and it was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. Another thing is, after I graduated from university, I went right into the corporate world. I was an account manager for 7 different radio stations. It was a really big title for somebody so young and freshly out of college, and at first I felt like a big shot, but it was an extremely stressful position, and it wasn't the place itself. The people were great, but the job itself was so stressful, and I was having panic attacks and crying all the time, and I was extremely unhealthy, and that is what motivated me to get into being a health and fitness coach, and it made me work hard, and I ended up being able to make enough income to quit my job and coach full-time from home for 2 years. And even though that's something that didn't end up working out, it led me to YouTube. So I guess what I'm saying is, after all that crying, and after all the shit I've been through, and anybody's been through, not just me, I know people have been through way worse than me, I always come out on the other side stronger and happier. And so, as much as what I'm going through right now really sucks, I know that even though it's really hard, I know that it's happening for a reason, and that I'm gonna be stronger, and I'm gonna be a better person for it. And maybe God or the universe or whatever, I do believe that everything happens for a reason. Maybe I have SIBO because he knew I could handle it, because he knew that I would share my story with other people and be open about it and be willing to be vulnerable and cry on camera, because maybe my story will help other people. And I really hope it does. Because this has been really hard. I just want you to know that if you're going through a hard time, that it's gonna be okay. Remember that everything happens for a reason, and that you're gonna be okay, and everything that happens to you makes you stronger. You're gonna come out on the other side, and you're gonna learn something from it, and you're gonna be able to better help other people from your experiences. I hope that this video wasn't too depressing. I know I cried, I know I was emotional, but I don't necessarily see that as a bad thing. I do see myself as a person that is I feel things so deeply. So when I am sad, or when I'm happy, I am happy. I am over the moon. When I'm angry, I'm angry. And when I'm sad, I am sad. And I mean so sad. I just feel things so deeply. I'm just such an emotional person. You know, I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad. I cry when I'm angry. And I feel like that's one of the reasons I am a strong person, even though it may not seem like it because I'm crying on camera. I do consider myself to be a fairly strong person, resilient person who is able to push through adversity, and I do think that it is because I am not afraid to feel my feelings and share them. I know that videos like this can be uncomfortable. They're definitely uncomfortable to film at times, but I can definitely say that I feel a lot better just from sitting down and talking things out. It's almost therapeutic in a way, if it makes sense. So, you know, if you're going through a tough time, talk to somebody or sit down and write out everything that you're feeling. Or if you're a YouTuber, or even if you're not, sit down and just film yourself and talk to yourself. You could even delete it afterwards if you don't want anybody to see it, but it's helpful. It really is helpful to sit down and talk and feel your feelings and let yourself cry. I think a lot of people confuse, you know, having a pity party or feeling sorry for yourself and not taking action with feeling your feelings. It's okay to have a pity party. It's okay to feel your feelings. It's okay to cry your eyes out if it's gonna make you feel better. Just don't wallow in it for weeks or months or whatever. Pick yourself back up and keep moving forward. But sometimes in order to be able to do that, you have to let yourself feel first. If you're going through something personal or a quarter life crisis, or you struggle with depression and you're in the thick of it, I hope this video comforted you a little bit. Even though, you know, maybe you're still depressed. Obviously you can't just watch a video and feel better right away, but sometimes it helps to just be reminded that you're not alone. And I've been feeling really depressed for a while, and I feel like I've been bottling it up and not really talking about it, and it's just been making it worse, and it's been making it hard to be present on YouTube because I haven't felt like myself. So I had to make this video and put it all out there, and I feel a lot better. I'm not 100% better, but I feel better knowing that I've put this out there so that you guys know how I feel, and that I'm always going to be 100% honest with you guys about everything on my channel, because that's just who I am. I don't really know what else to say or how to close out this video, so I'm just going to end it here. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.